Hello everyone. This morning during my prayer time I was prayerfully reading a passage from the Gospel of Mark, the third chapter, and my eyes fell upon two verses, and I'd like to share them with you now here. Verse 20. He, Jesus, went home again, and once more such a crowd collected that they could not even have a meal. When his relations heard of this, they set out to take charge of him. They said, "He is out of his mind." And as I read those words this morning, I was reminded of an incident that happened with a friend of mine, a priest friend, a few years back. One day he received a phone call from a young man who was very concerned about his mother, and he wanted my friend to intervene, to give her a call, to talk to her and perhaps give her a better perspective, because he had decided that his mother recently had become a bit of a religious zealot, or as he put it, she was a religious nut. And so my friend asked him, well, what qualifies as being too religious or a religious nut? And the young man said to him, well, Father, of late she prays the rosary every day, and religiously, without fail, she goes to Mass every Sunday. Now, for most of us, someone who prays the rosary every day and goes to Mass on a Sunday would not be what we would class a religious nut or overly zealous. This is part and parcel of the normal rhythm of Catholic life. But for this young man, that commitment that his mother was making was excessive. Now, we can find that perhaps that would be excessive for some people. In some people's opinion, that probably is too much. But from the church's point of view, that is probably close to the bare minimum. And she was being categorized by her son as being over the top. We can find sometimes that when we make a greater commitment to our faith, it's noticed by those around us, by our family, by our friends, and sometimes they're not making that advance in the faith at the same time or in the same way as we are, and so they can be a bit perplexed, and perhaps they might even come to the conclusion that that young man had about his mother, that we have become religious nuts, religious zealots. Well, reading this passage from the third chapter of Mark, we can see that if we are considered as being out of our minds, gone over the cliff edge, or far too intensely into our faith, and we're a bit nutty, then we're in good company. For Jesus's relatives came to that conclusion. But we should not let that stop us from more fully committing to the Lord, to the expressions of our faith, our prayer life, our sacraments, and whatever other way in which we serve the Lord and live for his glory. You pray, you attend the sacraments. That doesn't make you a religious nut. That makes you a follower of Jesus.